Thank you very much, Florence. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Good afternoon. I think what Malik Amin Saab has outlined and what Afaq Tiwana Saab has outlined underscores what communities involved in forestry and farmers are going through. So I will cut to the chase and focus on how our farmers can be protected, as Florence asked. Now, agriculture is a sector that, as Florence said, is both a contributor to climate change and also impacted by climate change a great deal. Now, the key thing to remember is that here in Pakistan, we are not a level of contributor on the global stage where we can make a difference, to a huge difference, to the overall impacts on the climate that are causing the change. We must do the best we can, but there is only so much contribution we're making there. But that doesn't mean that we don't protect our farmers. And by the way, I think it's important to also note that farmers in Pakistan, they have a bad rep. People think they're not educated, they don't. Farmers are the most aware of climate change, more than any other Pakistanis. And the reason is, as Malik Amin Saab and Afaq Tiwana Saab have pointed out, farmers have been seeing the impacts of changes in climate for a lot longer than the rest of Pakistan. Because climate is an extremely, agriculture is an extremely climate sensitive business and a time sensitive business. So between the 15th of October, in most parts of Pakistan, 15th of October and the 15th of November, if you're not sowing your wheat, the traditional wisdom is that, and some supported by the science, is that every week of delay beyond November 15, in most parts of Pakistan, you're going to see a certain reduction in your, perhaps one mond a week by some estimates, that you'll see in your yield. And that window, that optimal window for sowing the wheat has been closing or shifting. And across Pakistan, you talk to farmers and you hear that. Some of the more extreme impacts, like the floods and the impacts of drought, etc., temperature changes which allow the white fly to hit the cotton in September, not just in the previous months as well. These are impacts that farmers have been aware of for a while. And the question is, what can you do about it? And we have the tools. In the 21st century, we have the tools to try to mitigate the financial impact of a failed crop, of a crop devastated by flood, etc., which can set a farmer back for 4 seasons before they can come back to their financial status before that flood. We have the tools, and a key tool that I think Pakistan can leverage is crop insurance. And the critical thing to remember about crop insurance for Pakistan, or a country like Pakistan, is that the insurance industry in our country, in many such markets, does not have the financial heft to take on the risks of agriculture. And typically, this is the case in many markets, and typically what happens is a local insurer takes 20% of that risk, and a global reinsurer takes 80% of the risk, underwrites the risk. And if a global reinsurer is operating in 120 countries, and you have the 2022 floods of Sindh happen in 3 or 4 places, their balance sheet will not get wiped out. And this is something that we from the Pakistan Agriculture Coalition platform has tried to introduce to Pakistan over the last few years. And some pilots have been done which have succeeded, making payouts to farmers for heat wave, for pest attack, for the whitefly I mentioned, also for inundation by floods. And now the government of Sindh is taking this very seriously and planning to do a pilot at some scale. And the federal government and Punjab government are also looking to these solutions. Now, the key thing to remember again is that for agriculture to be able to pay for the insurance, we heard since yesterday we've been hearing that climate finance may not be sufficient globally, and as Malik Amin Saab very wisely said, even if it's there, you move forward and it may come to support you. My contention, my proposal here is that Pakistan is one of the countries, I would say Pakistan is an agricultural superpower. In many, many crops, Pakistan is in the top 10 in production, even though we haven't increased our yield sufficiently. Pakistan is one of those countries that can significantly increase its agricultural output and export the surpluses and be able to pay for some of these investments like crop insurance. And just to give you a little bit perspective on this possibility, for the major food grains, because we are focusing on nutrition, the link between nutrition and climate, the major food grains that are traded in the world, wheat, rice and maize, 80% of those trades globally are dominated by just 6 countries. And you know which ones they are: United States, China, Russia, Ukraine, South Africa, perhaps India, Brazil. And none of those countries are able to increase their output very quickly in a matter of years to a significant level. Pakistan, somehow we didn't pay attention to our yields. Pakistan still is far below the averages of yield that it should have. So there is a possibility of increasing yields through better seed, etc., within a few years, and generate those surpluses that can bring the revenues to pay for things like crop insurance. And I think that's the key message that I wanted to deliver in this part of the conversation. Thank you so much.